Okay. So we are in middle of refresh. Refresh means taking the production system backup, and restoring it on the one of your non-production system. So why we have to do this one means why we have to do this one. So in the production systems we have the transactional data. So in the non-production, we don't have any transactional data. So entire landscape to sync with to entire three systems or four systems to maintain the consistency, also to maintain the same level of data, we need to do the restore and refresh activities. Restore and refresh activities we have to perform it here. So taking the production cap backup and restoring it on the your one of the quality and sandbox systems, we have to do that one. Do that one. So in this case, you have to take the backup, then move the backup files to the target location. In the target location, so this is the target location, right? This is the source, this is the source backup. So this is the target. This is the target location here, target system here, target. So this is the target. So here target, why? Because when you are doing the restore from production backup, all the data will come into the picture. All the data will come to the here. All the data, total full data, you will get into the your target site. So in this case, full data you will get. But we don't need that configuration data. But because your quality configuration is different, production configuration SIDs are different. Then in this case, as part of the pre-steps, we need to take the, so some of the steps like user master records export, RFC tables export, some of the logical system configurations, all those things we are performing in the systems, right? All those things we are performing in the systems. Then once the restore done, normally we know backup restore, HANA side, take the backup and restoring it. Then after that, post refresh activities as part of this one, then post refresh activities. Either they may ask you either pre-refresh activities or post-refresh activities. The post-refresh activities in the sense like as soon as system got refreshed, you need to make the BTC work process to 0 and then start the SCP system. Make the big. So in case if it is the HANA system, so in case if it is the HANA system, so we need to reset the HDB user store list. We have to do the reset. Why? Because this is the client file here which contains the information, your database related information. So do you restore? After the restore, you will get the production entries. We need to reset to the maintain the target, like your quality schema, passwords we have to maintain. For this one, we need to use the, so we need to reset. We need to reset the HDB user store list. Then, so then execute the R3 trans -d to check the connectivity. How to check the connectivity between SAP to DB? R3 trans -d using SID ADM user. You need to check this one. Once the connection test is successful, we need to make the BTC work process 0, then start the SAP system. Why? Because, so why we have to make the BTC work process to 0? As soon as your system started, after the restore, you have the production jobs. All the production jobs will execute, will create the some noise, will impact. So that's the reason. If the background work process 0, then jobs it won't execute, right? Then we need to make the BTC work process 0, then start the system. Then apply the license. Why? Because why we have to apply the license means in S license transaction code. So As soon as restore is done, you will get the production, everything you will get the production in the your development or quality system. But production license we cannot log in. So why? Because it's a SID is different here. So again, we need to apply the license. Sir, how can we log in and apply it here? So we can 000 that SAP star is allowed. Then we can enable this one. If not yet enable, then you can apply it here. Enable and apply it here. Right? I'll apply the license, S license, then enable and then apply it here. And apply it. Then S license, enable and apply it here. Okay. So then apply the license here. Once you apply the license, when you enable it here from S license transaction code here. So then log into the SAP system, your development SAP system with production client. What is the default client? Default client. Then pass the all the jobs. First step you need to do, pass the all the jobs using so BTC TRNS1, BTC trans1. Using this report, we need to pass the all the jobs here. Pass the all the jobs here, right? So using the logon to the SAP system with the production client, pass the all the jobs here using BTC TRNS1 transaction port. Once you've done it here, once you pass the all the jobs here, so then stop the SAP system. Stop the SAP system. Then as a seventh step, what we can do, we can change the, we can revert, maybe we can use the revert the BTC work process number to original value, what is there. Then start the SAP system. Once you've done it, then already you passed the jobs. Then you no need to do again here. Stop it, revert it, then start the SAP system here. Once you've done it, then what you can do, you can import the user master records. Then import the RFC tables related transports. As part of the pre-steps, you have taken the RFC tables exports and everything, right? RFC tables, W20, W21, all those things you can import it here. Then we can reconfigure the SMLG RJ12, then delete the old licenses. So then W20, W21, then SMQR, SMQS. So then if any old entries, any old production update records, delete it here. SMQ1, anything you can delete it. SMQ2, if anything you can delete it here. So all the cleanup activities, reconfiguration activities. So everything we have to do it here. Everything we have to do it in the systems. Suppose after the production restore is done, so then what we will get the, so you will get the SM13 entries. If you go to the SM13, you will get the production entries. This production entries does not required in our systems, so right? So we can delete these entries. We can delete all these entries. We can delete it here. We can delete it here. And also you will also find the in SM58. In SM58, you will see the SM58. You will see the any old one which come from as part of the production. You can see all are old. So this one we can delete it, which comes as part of the production. Then SMQ1, any Q's entries, if anything stuck, then we can delete those things. Then RFC tables, it should be pointing to the SM51, RFC destination pointing to the all the development and quality system only here. So development, all the development systems should point to the development systems, quality systems. Why? Because after the restore, you will get the production entries. You will get the production entries. These production entries, right? These all are the production entries. Then you need to delete these production entries. Means you need to re-import then W20 IDOC partner profiles data. So all those things we have to reconfigure W20, W21 here. So all those things, all the transactional RFCs, everything, you need to reconfigure everything. If not adjusted, we need to reconfigure SMLG. SMLG also we have to reconfigure. See here, all are the production entries. In the development, we have the production entries. So it's wrong, right? It's a very wrong entries here. So then we need to configure the, we need to correctly configure the all the entries here. All the entries we have to correctly configure it here. So, right? All the entries we have to correctly configure it in the systems here. This is what we have to do it in the systems here. Right? Then RZ12 also production entries are there. See here, the restore you will get all the production entries. We need to delete it. Again, we have to reconfigure it here. We have to reconfigure it here. Delete it and we have to reconfigure it here. All those things we have to do it in the systems here. Right? All those things we have to do it in the systems. So all those things normally we have to do it. So SM61 background server groups here. So you will see the productions. Then we have to remove the production. You will see the productions here. So production entries. If any production entries are there, ECP delete it. You have to reconfigure it here. So at last, finally, the license. Yes, license also you have to do it here. License also you have to apply it here. Once everything is done, all the configurations, modifications, and SCC4 client settings also we need to change it here. Client settings. So production, you may see the production entries, right? Production entries and everything you will see it here. Production entries here. But production entries you will see it here. All those things here in the system. Productions. But production, you will get the production entries. We need to change SCC4 client settings, right? So here, so SCC4, the client settings. Then, so logical system entries in, so BD54, a sale or BD54, sale or BD54, we need to take this one here. So then, so if anything, maybe one or two, but we have to do the all those things once, all those things we have to, so reconfigure it. We have to reconfigure it, all those things. So then finally, once you've done all the configuration related things, once you have done it everything, then finally BDLS. BDLS is the very important step, BDLS conversion. This is the one of the important step for entire post activities. Without telling this one, your post activities are incomplete. So BDLS conversion. Why? Because you copied from the ECP, then ECP CLNT 100 client. Now your system is the ECD, but every table there is a logsys entry ECP, then ECD we have. Now you need to convert these entries here, right? So then old logical system, ECP, CLNT, 100 client here. New logical system here, ECP, ECD, CLNT, 100 here. So then we need to update, we need to convert these entries here. And what I can do, you can make it like A star to B star tables, A star to E star tables, or star star. All the tables will be updated. All the tables will be updated. You can run in the back end here. You can so run in the back end here. The logical system has been used by the 600 client. Already in the 600 client, people are already using this one. One logical system only for the one client here. So people are created number of logical systems. Okay. So then give the printer name, then immediately schedule the jobs. Okay, job scheduled. So here we can monitor the jobs. SM37 execute. We can monitor it here whether jobs are completing or not. RBDLS job name. LS. Job name finished. Okay, so A star to E star, all the tables which starts with the A star, all the entries will get changed here. All the entries will get changed here. So here the less data, you can give star to star, star to star. Just click on the dialog mode. Then what will happen? All the entries will be changed here. All the entries will be changed here. All the entries will be changed here. See here, execute excluded tables, actions before. So you can see how many entries are converted. You can see the all the details here, how many are converted, how many are not converted. It may take the very longer duration, this logical system entries conversion. Very carefully we have to execute it here, logical system conversion entries. We go to the SLG1 transaction code. So here we can see the information. So logical system related details and everything will be the BDLS, the logical system details will be you converted from ECB to ECD. Instead of converting ECD to ECP, that will create the very noise here, right? So carefully we need to maintain all the details here. Carefully we have to create the convert the entry. This is one of the longer running task. BDLS conversions we have to execute it after the restore and refresh completed. Then we need to execute the BDLS conversion. Okay, so then we can release the jobs. So we can just release the standard jobs again. Only standard jobs release, release standard jobs. So then delete the release the standard jobs, delete the old ST03 and history data we can delete it. So ST03, if you go it, here you will see the production entry. Then you need to delete it. Those entries you have to delete it. You have to go to the collector and performance database, monitor contents. Here you have to go delete the old data and everything. We can delete it here. Old data we can delete in the systems. That one we can do it. So that is the one thing here. ST03, then RZ10, we can import the profiles here. If you go to the RZ10 utilities, import the profiles. These profiles also we can import it here. Then log on, if anything changes, all those things like profiles, any other post steps are pending. With these things, we have to complete it here. The main thing is here, HDB user store reset, R3 term, make the background work process to 0 by changing the profile parameter, license apply, then UMR, user master records and RFC tables. These two are the very important, and along with the BDLS conversions are the very important here. When you are explaining all these steps, sometimes we may miss one or two steps, that's fine. But mandatory thing is user master records and RFC tables and BDLS conversions are the very important thing here. Okay, very important thing for the BDLS conversion purpose. Okay, this is about the post refresh activities which we have to perform. We can utilize this ECD system. So just to do the some other activities, whatever in entries are there, so just we can do the activities in the system. And suppose if you are using the SOST old entries, these entries also we need to clear it here. If you are there old entries, so these entries we need to clean up. These entries also we need to clean up. Production will come, right? This does not required here. Suppose then workflow RFC tables. So workflow activation SWU3 workflow activation here. This is the automatic workflow activation. It should be active status here. So this should be active status. This should be active status here. So SWU3, right? If not, then we have to maintain this one here. Right, jobs. Jobs also we need to save and schedule. Flow jobs, these all are, this should be active actually. These all the should jobs, workflows, all the green status here. So then remaining are not required. Workflow, this is required here. So once the workflow activation is done, then what next? Next is the 3 workflow activation. Yeah, these things mandatory. So which we have to do it after the, so restore is done. Post activities we have to perform. All these things we have to reconfigure it in the system. SOST. So SOST entries. Outbound emails. Outbound emails. SOST. We can delete, we can check it out here. Okay. So these are the post activities which we have to perform after the restore. After the restore, post activities means that so we can use it for the restore. Okay. So any questions, anyone? Regarding this post refresh and free refresh. Any database, it's a common. Only the restore procedure is different. If it is the HANA Studio, SQL Server Studio, Oracle, BR tools, we have to use it. So only, okay, it's clear, right? Any questions, anyone?
How we can pause the jobs?
Jobs pausing. So go to SA38. Then BTC TRNS1. Just you can use this command. Just you can pause all the jobs. Jobs are suspended. You can release the jobs. Jobs are released. So suspended and released. All the jobs will be suspended and released. TRNS1. Here we mentioned it. Release the jobs. So BTC TRNS2. You can use it.
Sir, in ST03, if previous day data is not getting updated, then what we need to do, sir?
There is a schedule collector job. There is a job actually, SAP collector performance job. If the job is running perfectly, so definitely the data will be available. If the job is not running, so then we may face the issues. So there is a collector job. This job should run in our systems. SAP collector performance. This job is responsible for that one.
So if the data is not updating, then we need to schedule this job, or what we need to do?
Yeah, we need to release it. All the standard jobs, we have to release it. This is the standard jobs, right? So we have
Yes,
to
sir.
release it.
Sir, how can we do the first steps? HDB user store, reset HDB user store.
Yeah, that is what you have to do. You need to log into the system. HANA, right? So maybe what if it is the, then you can use the SAP Linux one just with root user. What you can do. So here you can see HDB. So not here. Then there is a HS1 ADM, SID ADM. Then HDB user store hyphen. So first of all, you need to see the what are the entries are there. So there is a entries are there here, right? You need to add the, this is suppose like example, this is the production entry. So you need to change it. Then you need to HDB. So user store drop. First we have to use the drop and the key name we have to use it. Then after that HDB user store add space, then your host name, then port number, schema, user ID, password, all the syntax we have to provide it so that it will be it will be the key is added. This way we have to do the reset. Okay, HDB user store space add and give the details. You have to give the details like SAP HANA space, then schema SAP ABAP 1 space, what is the user system, what is the password. So then, so like this, we need to give the all the details here, right? See here, operation is succeed. Then when you execute button, you can see, so SAP, so the Linux one also added here. You can see the keys also added, operation succeed, right? So like this, we have to add the data. So here SAP HANA is added, right? So like this, we need to so add the system details and all the details we have to add it.
Okay.